this is all about. So he goes out there, and to the right, you can see these discs in the sky, all right? So as he gets to the land, the general calls him up again. He says, I've sent protection. And Duane goes, what do you mean you sent protection? He says, look up. He was sitting there looking up with the crew, and then one ship came in and stopped. A second ship came in and stopped. A third ship came in and stopped on a dime. 3 rows of 3 craft came in over top of him to protect him from whatever it was that he hit in the earth, whatever it was the Galactics were after. He said, I could almost reach up. They were 60 yards in diameter, and touch the underside of these things. General Jeremiah, there's a little background here. He was with the CIA for 30 years, and he recruited by the United Galactic Federation and made his way up his ranks to be general. So the question is he from Earth? Is he from off Earth? Well, he's actually an Earthling who was recruited as part of the team. And it's just, to hear of these things, even from my perspective, when I met Duane the first time as stage managers, we're listening to the show in the back room like these guys are. And just going, wow, this is amazing. So anyways, we talked with him after the show, and we had a nice long conversation, and we agreed to go to his property and do the investigations. So Duane got a letter from General Jeremiah. This is the actual copy of the letter, of the email that he picked up from the general. Now, Duane had purchased the land in Montezuma, New Mexico, which is a whole other story. Duane got the General Jeremiah to fly over his land in Texas. It's just outside of Amarillo. And so they did a soil sample. So they flew over with a ship. They sent down 5 beams of light into the earth, tossed the earth up to get 5 samples for testing. And what they found was one element not known to Earth is the palinette, right? And so as it goes here, and I will read this because it's very interesting. So the general says to Duane, forgive me for being late in getting this information to you. I just received it tonight from our scientist that was investigating the unknown element. I had to copy it from a drive that you would not have been able to read from an ordinary PC or Mac computer. Please forgive my sloppy typing. I had to eliminate much of the content that I could not translate into English. However, the essence is here. So I used a word compatible format that you should be able to read on your computer. So these samples were taken as I explained on the phone. Our beams were set to penetrate 36 inches deep, throw the soil particles into the air, which were then captured by the suction of the returning beam and deposited into small individual containers for each sample. Now, the one thing about this is to think about is he's not just taking the crystals, but he's also taking the earth that it's sitting on top. So there's particles of planet Earth within the soil samples as well, right? Because if you think about it, when this crashed into the earth, it absorbed some of the minerals from the land. And so you have some earthy minerals as well in the components and composite of the palinette. So, so he goes on to say that they watched a couple of the tests being done, definitely not educated on these high-tech means. So these tests that they did are not tests that we would do here on planet Earth. They use different technologies and different devices and machinery to be able to formulate what the minerals and contents are. And as he says here, the others are too far above my head to comprehend. Here's the interesting part. The unknown element was from a planet that we have little exchange of knowledge with, but was able to track down a name and a vague description. So this, again, is vague. Apparently it is a metal element that is found on, it is not, what does he say here? Okay, it is a metal element that is not found on any of our 574 planets, but is apparently plentiful on a planet called Trenton, which is in this galaxy about 130 light years away from planet Earth. They were known to explore the galaxy about 1,000 years ago, but were apparently set back beyond that capacity. Apparently they were in Texas at one time and probably lost a spaceship on your property due to an explosion caused by an unknown reason. So a couple of things come to mind here. Okay, so there's 574 planets which we inhabit and we go to. So that's a aha moment, kind of wow, to make you think. And it was a metal when it was originally used and constructed for the shell of the craft, all right? Now this metal, through our testing, we have found that it is a conscious metal. It has a spirit within it. And as we go on, I'll bring that up more. So he says here, I am sure your soil sampling will turn up adequate analysis of the land too. I'm not sure where the format for the report came from. I would imagine one of our scientists studied Earth tests to learn what information to put on the report. Our reports are much more detailed and I do not comprehend all of the symbols and formulas displayed. This may help you in any of your decisions concerning the land, but I hope your test will give you more information. And he just goes on and talks about being gone and so on. And he says, good luck and God bless in all you put your hands to. And I love this last quote he puts down here. And all you alphabet agencies and alien groups that are monitoring this email, have a nice day and enjoy the read. Just remember, we are watching you too, right? So it goes both ways apparently, General Jeremiah.